Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Total War Attila Western Roman Empire campaign. Before we get started today, I wanted to address a few things with you guys. The first being that apparently the launcher has been updated again, and I think they fixed whatever issue was happening before that was preventing the game from running with mods. You guys may recall that we had to take a break from the series for a while because I wasn't able to get the game to work with the mods that we had loaded in the campaign. And then I got it fixed through a workaround. And so interestingly, the update broke my workaround. However, I was able to get it working the old way, I think. As far as I can tell, everything is working okay. And we actually have names for enemy factions again, which is nice. But there may be extenuating consequences or circumstances that happened because of that. So I'm just letting you guys know now, in case something comes up later and we go, oh crap. The second thing is I wanted to run this by you guys. Now that that is working, potentially we could try other things with Attila, because I don't have to set up some weird workaround thing just to get mods to play nice with the game. So my concern with this particular series is that it's started to stagnate a little bit. The views are actually still doing fairly well, considering we're beyond episode 70 at this point. So I'm happy to continue this. If you guys still want to see it, I will gladly keep playing, because I would like to make it to the very end. But if we as a group, everybody thinks that this campaign has stagnated a little bit too much, I have been thinking of maybe doing is it Ageless Empires? Some mod just released that is more in line with the setting of Rome 2, but it brings it into Attila. And I've been eyeing that and wanting to do a playthrough on it. But that doesn't have to necessarily happen in place of this. We can find another way to do it. Or it can happen after this. Or again, if we feel that this has kind of run its course, then we can swap this out for that. It's up to you guys. Anyways, let's go ahead and dive on in. So the Huns are up to their usual agent shenanigans, as they always are. Looks like someone's term in office has ended. As usual, there's been an obstruction that's prevented our appointment here. Luckily, this guy has enough influence to make it happen on his own. And it looks like up in Britannia, we got a food shortage we need to deal with. Let's handle that right now. So what is going on here? It looks like the buildings have just overtaken the food production, unfortunately. I'm reluctant to turn this into a fishing jetty because we're going to make less money off of it. And that is, I imagine, a pretty lucrative port, because any trade we're doing with the Germanic factions is probably going to run through there. So we need to find alternative ways to grow food in here. And I think there are plenty. We could build a food market in Londinium. We can, of course, upgrade these even further. Another thing to look into is there a better way to grow food here? So currently, the cattle pens are giving us 85 food. So if we were to convert that, we'd be getting 52 from the sheep pens, or 82 from the wheat farms. So it looks like the cattle pens are the best way to go here. And that makes sense, because the fertility here is poor, so growing through the wheat fields is not going to be as good as it would in other areas. We could maybe knock this down to tier 1, and that should drop the food consumption by 10, which would level us out to 0. We could just leave it. It is going to affect the public order here a little bit, but not significantly. Actually, they're still at +1, interestingly enough. I mean, we have enough food as a faction, so that's not really an issue. I guess we could just ignore it. Yeah, we'll just ignore it. And we'll hope that the growth doesn't take too long to get this up to 7. Unfortunately, we're going to need another sanitation building here, so the food market is probably a long, long way off. Could we even build it here? How many? Is this going to give me 6 slots? For some reason, I'm doubting that now. Anyways, I'm not going to worry about that. It's not an immediate concern. It's not going to cause us any real problems, at least not in the foreseeable future, so I'm not even going to sweat it. Not even going to sweat it. Wow, the public order here is an absolute disaster. Right, because of Sagontium getting attacked? I don't recall what happened there, to be honest. I know that Sagontium was attacked by the Abdanians and that we defeated them and we're currently marching to destroy them. Why is it that we can't attack them directly? Let's see. Oh, we can. Okay. Is this worth fighting? It might be. How many are they deploying? About 2,000? That might be an interesting fight. We'll think about it. Let's just continue the siege right now. We don't need to build any equipment. We can just fight this outright. There's no walls on the cities, and we have an onager anyways. So, yeah, it really doesn't matter. You should be converting those Picts to Christianity. And we actually, several turns ago, sent a priest down to Greece as well, and he has finally arrived. He is going to be converting... we could send him all the way down here first, or we could try to maybe get you guys first. Honestly, I think it makes more sense to go down here, because they're less likely to convert. These guys are sharing a border with us, so any churches we have are going to bleed Latin Christian influence over the border to them, whereas these guys are a bit more isolated, so they'll need a little bit more direct influence. Nothing doing over there. Let's continue to just heckle the hell out of this army. Do whatever you can to slow them down. Give them hell. We really need some people that can assassinate. These spies are good at misdirecting, but they're not very good at, you know, well, they can't kill people. They just don't even have the option. Let's unlock some new abilities for them, or for him. Over here, the Huns are not attacking us, but they have moved several armies into position, so we need to figure out how we want to handle this. I've got 2 armies standing by. That's actually almost entirely infantry, and not particularly good infantry. Do they really get free troops? That's kind of crappy. I wish they didn't let the AI blatantly cheat. Even if there was just like some veil of them actually playing the game properly, I would be okay with it. But the AI just blatantly cheats, and they don't even try to hide it. And I don't like that. I don't think that is good game design. But that's just my opinion. So the Alamans should be on the move. Apparently the Saxons have returned to existence. Probably because this rebelled. Yeah, it did. I've been wondering... That whole area has just been an absolute mess. I've been considering marching my legion in here, just stomping this into the ground, liberating the Saxons, and then immediately the next turn conquering and subjugating them. Then going up here and kind of doing the same thing, just liberating, conquering, subjugating for every minor faction that spawns in here. Because basically every settlement at the start of the game has its own individual, you know, little tribe that rules it. So potentially I could do that for almost every settlement in that area, and I'd have a bunch of vassals. I'd have a lot of vassal management to take care of, but it would definitely sort that whole mess out pretty quickly. It's kind of tempting to just kind of go after these guys. I think I've just grown impatient with it, tired of waiting for them to attack me. I'm sort of just inclined to push across the Danube here, or the Danube, however you pronounce it, and just go, you know, landing myself in all these territories and daring the Huns to come fight me. Let's see. So how do I want to do this? What can you do for me? If you can, like... Is this the one that's really cavalry heavy? Yeah. If you could misdirect them or hinder them... Let's see. I wish there was a way to prevent them... Oh, you failed. I wish there was a way to prevent them from reinforcing to where I could attack these two and, you know, hinder them in such a way that they can't join in, so I could effectively divide and conquer. How are you guys doing? What is this? That is cavalry stables. We're already upgraded at cavalry stables elsewhere, so I don't know that that's really necessary. You are nowhere near full strength yet. Why aren't you replenishing, by the way? That's interesting. Why are you not replenishing? Huh. I guess because they're raiding? Does raiding do that? I never use it myself, so I always forget what it does. Let's see. Raids local region and trade routes for wealth. Requires 50 of your campaign movement. Lowers public order. Lowers growth. Lowers your movement. Puts you in a winded state. So that actually might help us if we decide to attack. It steals food. But, oh, I guess, yeah, minus 43 food. That would certainly do it. Okay, so that makes sense, I suppose. How much of that is from the raiding? Minus 17. So they were still well under here. That is a shame. There's not really a lot I can do to combat that either. I guess once this ticks up to 5, I can build a food market there. And that would help, but yeah, they're not going to replenish while they're here. So I'm not sure what I want to do about that, to be honest. You're in better shape at least. I might move Titus Pullo's Legion to Augusta. Although he's not going to replenish there either, so where would I have to move you? I'd have to move you like way, way out of the way. I might be better off just kind of sitting here and waiting, because I don't think they can get by us. They have to attack us. So it'll be a defensive battle. It'll be a very large defensive battle, but I'd rather they come to me and have to fight me on some sort of static position rather than in an open field where they can, you know, really utilize their cavalry. Speaking of, let's continue to build up this legion. So you have all of your infantry. We need one more cavalry unit. I think we were going to steal it from... Was it one of you? No, it was this legion all the way down here. Yeah, they have extra cavalry. There's no artillery here, though, and we can't recruit it there, so I don't know how I want to handle that. For now, let's just fill out the rest of the legion. Oh, we can't get the Ballistari there either. Where can we get Ballistari? Nope, don't do that. Can you recruit Ballistari here? You can, okay. Let's have you guys swap positions then. I'll march you that way. As they pass each other, I'll exchange that cavalry unit. So one of you goes to that army, perfect. And then you are going to march to there, where we'll have you recruit your range units. You guys are going to go on standby. Honestly, let's get you marching over here because we might need you up there. And if there's anything we can recruit in the meantime, we'll consider it. Let's see. I could give them just some cataphracts or something to kind of fill that spot for now. Certainly wouldn't hurt. Yeah, let's do it. Or honestly, if we have to wait 2 turns for it, let's just take some scout equites. They're cheap, but they work. And wait, actually, would it be better to just take some Hunnic cavalry then? Yeah, probably, because we don't have to wait for it. And these guys are fairly inexpensive, so we can take the steppe lancers. Yeah, shot cavalry's fine by me. We don't have a lot of it. Well, actually, we don't have any of it here, so that works. And then we'll go 4 in on Ballistari there. And then all we need is the artillery to fill out this legion. And if they decide to attack between turns, then of course it's just going to be those 2. But otherwise, we may be able to get these guys up there and turn them back with 3 legions rather than 2. This is also one of our new legions, so I'm interested in trying them out. Again, we've abandoned the pikes and we've gone with Armagiri Defensores, who can go in the offensive testudo, so they're going to form our front line as sort of a missile shield. The Legio are going to deploy behind them, not in testudo, so that they can throw their skirmishing weapons, and then of course the Auxilia Palatina hold the flanks. Yeah, there's really not a whole lot going on. I'm going to cut here and spend some of our money on construction. Again, you guys don't really need to sit through me doing math and figuring out where best to build what, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I think I am about done with upgrades there. Not really much to do on the troop movement front down here. What about Africa? I think we're done with Africa as well. Well, I don't think there's anything to do with Africa. Yeah, so they're just going to sit here until all this territory gets gobbled up by our enemies. Or by the Eastern Romans' enemies, and then we'll take it back for ourselves. Or at least we'll consider doing that. Let's get you guys out of force march at the very least. And hopefully we can get the Guermantians to settle that. But I think we're going to go ahead and fight this battle now. And that'll probably take up the rest of the episode, so let's go ahead and re-engage here. The fight looks about even in terms of auto-resolve, although we would almost certainly win it if we did it, because it is skewing in our favor there with that dashed line. A lot of their reinforcements are, well, this is a good chunk, but they're all low-quality troops. But many of their reinforcements are naval troops, so that'll be interesting. They do have a good number of cavalry, a little bit more than we do, in fact. So that could be an issue, but it's all light cavalry, so I don't think it's going to make much of a difference in the grand scheme of things. We'll see, though. Let's get a quick save in, we'll go ahead and fight this. Who is commanding us, by the way? Come on, let me see. Secundus Malleus Scaevola. Okay, well, it's a good opportunity for him to really show his stuff here. Okay, so apparently this is a walled settlement now. They must have built something to turn this minor settlement into a walled city, because obviously it doesn't start that way. Anyways, we're going to have our artillery go ahead and target their gate here. This is our only way in, because we didn't bring ladders or anything. So we'll knock that down first, and then we'll worry about everything else later. These guys are likely going to target my infantry and whatnot here. There's not a lot we can do about that. So we're just going to kind of have to hope that the damage is minimal. We can, of course, move them back, but honestly, I'm not that concerned about it. You guys just need to be on point with your shots here, because we need this gate down immediately. That wasn't great. It did 28 damage, though, so I will take it. We haven't come under fire. I wonder if we're out of range of theirs. Let's see. We're definitely in the range of something. No, they can definitely hit us. I don't know why they're not firing yet, but we're not taking hits, so I'm okay with that. Could you guys... Oh, they are... Ah, that's why, because they're returning fire. Well, it's not very accurate fire, and there's only one of them, so I'm not too concerned. Looks like we're up to 70. So, I think one more solid hit or two more hits will do it. And then we'll shift our focus to maybe some of the guys along the wall there. Although targeting them is going to be sort of meaningless. We won't actually get them unless we're incredibly lucky. Oh, that was so close. That was so damn close. So one more shot will do it. And did we take any damage there? I don't think we've been hit. Alright. Do it. Come on. Bring it down. They've put their levies right on top of this. And they're going to regret that. Because it's going to collapse out from under them. No. No, it's not. Well, keep targeting that area. Actually, target right here. Go ahead and do that. And we're going to start marching in our Legio. Actually, we're going to get the Ballistari on the move as well. We're going to set them into a loose formation along this tree line. Let them start opening up on the enemy. The Legio are going to start marching to here, and we'll kind of file them through one by one. It's going to be real ugly, but we don't have a whole lot of options. Ooh, that was pretty close. Let's get you guys moving with them. The Manalitoi are kind of going to have to wait until a lot of the range stuff has been dealt with. I'm actually going to send the general with them. He'll be in Mobile Testu though. Actually, don't bother with that yet, because it's going to take you a hell of a long time to get over there if you do that. And oh, okay, another mace. Have you really made any headway over there? Come on, Do something for me. Alright, Balastari, are you in range? Would appear not. At least not quite. So let's get you moving up just a little bit. They were slightly in range. Okay, well, they'll definitely be in range now. And we'll have them open up. Okay, time to slow things down. I want the Legio pouring through this gap. Do me a favor and just charge straight through it. You guys are welcome to join them in that endeavor. I just need you through the damn gate. So whatever you need to do to make that happen, make that happen. Let's get you moving there as well. And we will do a war cry as soon as you get close enough to try to shake them up a bit. They're already not too pleased, although our guys aren't particularly happy with this either. I really wish I had the Armaguiri Defensores here, because they could be in mobile testudo as they approach. Ooh, that artillery fire is getting awfully close to our own men. That was a nice shot, though. Oh, that was into our own men. Okay, you guys are going to have to change your target or something. That was bad. I think it hit this one right here. Alright, come on. Come on, Legio, push. You should have no trouble fighting through spear raiders. Get in there. This is not how you want to approach a siege, by the way. This is just the only option we really had. Alright, Manalatoy. Let's get you moving in there as well. It's going to be an absolute, just murder in the middle here. But they're piling on, and our troops are superior, so we will eventually cut them down. Let's see what we can do about lowering... Oh, that actually got quite a few of them, although we're kind of getting it as well. You're not even in the fight yet. Do me a favor before you engage. Testudo up just so you're less vulnerable to, you know, missile fire and whatnot. And then go ahead and pile on in. Come on, push through, push through, push through. Get in there, damn it. Let's keep you guys on the cavalry where possible. And then the swords should be attacking the spears wherever possible. I need you guys targeting archers, if you don't mind. And if you guys could be doing the same over there, that would be great. Are you guys moving? You are moving, just not very well. Right, well, let's speed things back up. And as soon as you have another ability, we'll go ahead and use that. We're definitely making our way through. It's just incredibly slow. Make sure somebody's attacking. If they're going to run right through us, make sure we slaughter them. Ooh, their archers are raining arrows into us. That's no good. They don't seem to mind firing into their own men, which is an interesting choice. Can I get you guys targeting them? I'd rather you not fire anywhere near our own men. I'm not going to Ramsey Bolton this. I'm going to do this the right way. Alright, keep pushing, keep pushing. I think we've broken through. There's very little standing between us and just, you know, running amok in there. Oh god, that rain of bolts, though. You can tell which ones are ours because they're on fire. Theirs are not on fire. Pikes. I'm sure you guys know what you're doing, but let me just kind of direct you. And it looks like the Legio are about ready to break through. Come on, guys. You got this. You got this. And you know what? I'm going to pause quickly here because it's time to get the cavalry moving up. Because I want to ensure that... Oh, that's an interesting choice. Their ships and stuff still haven't landed, by the way. I need you to go run them down if they're going to leave that gate open. You guys have your orders. They might make it... No, they're just going to sit there. Alright, well, they're going to make it easy for me then. The enemy is at the walls? Well, it's their walls. I mean, I would think so. Oh, we got cavalry coming in. That's going to be a job for the Auxilia Palatina. And do you have your ability charged up yet? Oh, perfect timing. Alright, pop it one more time. There we go. Come on, cut through, cut through, cut through. My cavalry has arrived. At least these ones have. I need you going after the archers. If you can manage. And, oh, perfect. You guys are going to run them down. Alright, well, if they ever decide to land, they might be an issue, but until then, I don't think that they will. Oh, you made it through. Go after them. Pikes, stay on the horses because you guys will just murder the horses, frankly. And we've almost got this one wrapped up. The only real issue is going to be trudging through all these towers to get to him. Alright, as soon as they shatter, I need you fighting the other one. And they're broken, but they're not done, so that might not go our way. Are you just standing there? Never just stand around. Never just stand around. One thing I really like about Thrones of Britannia that this game does not have is you can actually put troops into AI control in that game. So for example, once we broke through here and it turned into just kind of, chaos, run down whatever you can and, fight whoever is available. Once that triggers, you can basically just say, all right, AI take over and, fight whatever's closest to you. And it's really useful. Really, really useful. But don't have it here, so we got to make do with what we do have, which is me micromanaging every single unit. Can I get you to focus on... I mean, I could just have you capture that, really. Yeah, you know what? Go ahead and do that. Come over here and capture this, if I can get you to move there. Oh, wait. No, don't do that. I don't need you in that logjam. Target them, then. And I will put you guys in skirmish mode, just in case. Just in case. Alright, so yeah, let's have you do that as well. And go ahead and open up however you would like to. Actually, let's maybe not do that. Go ahead and target this or something. I don't need you firing into my cavalry right now. That's not gonna be good for anybody. Okay, go ahead and mob that unit, and I think this is more or less over at this point. Actually, we don't even need to run units down. I don't know why I did that. Because frankly, this is a siege battle, so once it's over, it's over. There's no getting away for them. Alright, the rest of you. Let's see. Let's go ahead and, let's just capture this, since we're here. Go ahead and capture that. You guys are pretty good at, capturing as well, so go snag that one. I might just have you, you know what, stand by with my artillery just in case. But they're pretty beat up. I'm not going to send them into any further combat. And then the Ballistari, you guys are going to go do me a favor and set up over here or something. I'm going to have them start firing on that general unit like well before I go approach him. And I'm going to let this cavalry... Oh man, you guys are getting real beat up. Yeah, that tower just demolished them. What's still shooting at you? Oh, those. Right. Well, is that one mine now? Well, it's dead now. So let's have you run over here and grab this one. You might get killed by that, but frankly, you're a mercenary, so I don't care. We have that capture point. Let's start advancing to here. I don't know what their boats are going to do. It seems like they can't make up their mind, to be honest. So this battle might end with them out at sea, frankly. It'll be real annoying if it forces me to wait till the end and win by capture points. Because they won't land. It looks like these guys have committed, finally. Yeah, they're finally committing. The other two, however, are not. Alright, so that tower's gone. Why don't you guys go grab that. And I have a whole hell of a lot of infantry here. They're going to go attack this. I do not need any of you guys. Just infantry, go deal with that. Ballistari, your job is to target them. So yeah, we got one unit of, what are these, like Vikings, basically. Very light axe infantry. They're going to smack into more or less an entire legion's worth of infantry there. And that should end relatively quickly. Then we'll go deal with him. And once he is dead, that will be more than likely the end of the battle, because that is the actual general. Licorice. That's his name. Wait. Why are you guys charging him? What the hell is going on here? No, stay right there. Fire from that spot. I know you're in range right there. At least I would think so. Perhaps not. Alright, then, this terrain's gonna be real rough. Do what you can from there. Do what you can from there. And let's get you guys charging him. Just all of you all at once. Make that happen. Are you guys gonna fire? Can you not fire from there? Like, did you really need to be right up in his face to do that? I guess we'll move them forward. I don't like the idea of that, because if he charges, then I have to worry about rushing them backward through a bunch of advancing infantry, which is not ideal. Clearly not ideal, but, you know, what can you do? So here we go. They're finally firing on him, although they don't appear to be firing at a particularly good angle. These Auxilia Palatina are going to be the first to engage. I'm going to have you go ahead and war cry at him. Can you not do that? Oh, you did it. Okay. You did it. Alright, we'll get in there and fight him. And that means that you guys need to not shoot at people anymore. So I'm going to charge you into melee. And there's our victory. Fantastic. Alright, so that was pretty much all on the shoulders of our Legio there. Each one of them had at least 100 kills, if not more. The Manalitoi really didn't do a whole lot. I mean, they did something. They all had a couple of kills. The Palatina did pretty well. I mean, 110, 111, that's not bad for spear units, not at all. The Legio, however, had massive amounts of kills. Yeah, 117 was the minimum there, so really that victory was on their backs. The Ballistari didn't do as well as they normally do. But there wasn't, you know, they were firing up onto the ramparts and stuff. That's hard for them to manage. And the cavalry, a little bit worse than normal, but not terrible by any means. But yeah, really the Legio there. Without them, we never would have been able to spearhead through that breach, or that, you know, that gate, and push into the rest of the city. So yeah, thanks to them. And of course our goal here was not to conquer, but to subjugate. So I think I'm going to sack this place. You know what? I don't even need to do that. Like, that's not a small amount of gold by any means, but I make like more than 20 or more than 10 times that, almost 20 times that per turn. So it's kind of not a significant amount anymore. I'm just going to subjugate them.
Ready for battle.
And so now they're another one of our puppet states, as are the Picts, as are the Garamantians. And they'll start sending their armies to go help me in Germania. Let's see, what can we levy from them? By the way, I have a mod that opens up the levying a little bit. I'm sure you guys have seen this before, but it just gives me a few more options so that I don't like literally have to check one unit at a time, which is incredibly annoying. We could really use this over in Dalmatia or whatever, but none of this is really jumping out at me. I want more of you guys. In fact, I want like 2 more of you. And everything else is pretty much intact. So yeah, we won't be levying any of them. Secundus did level up though, so let's handle that. Let's see. Probably gonna want to go with that. That's a very good ability for a general. And then this will give him some replenishment, so that won't be a terrible idea either. Our next couple level ups are gonna have to go down this tree. Probably here and here, and then here and here. Just so that we can... I mean, actually this is pretty good for a general as well, but these are more governor traits, I would say. And then this one is, you know, more of just general bonuses to him. We could actually go back and grab this as well. But I'm going to try to get him maxed out down here first. And with that, can you sail to Saguntium? No, because we have to go through a port. So the other option is to march you back around that way. If we force march, you can't get to there, but in 2 turns you could be at Boricum. I feel like it's going to be 2 turns either way, so let's just get you moving. And then we need to jump into diplomacy and throw a bit of gold at them just to ensure, well, we may not need to this turn, but we need to ensure that they don't immediately jump ship here. So relations are improving considerably. And we should see about maybe going for a trade agreement again. Not going to have it, at least not yet. But we'll see about that. Just like with the Picts, the relationship is, you know, moving up very, very quickly. So we don't need to throw any money at them until it starts to slow down or head in the wrong direction. So that's pretty much it for this turn, and that's pretty much it for this episode. So I'm going to end things here. I'll advance the turn between episodes, and we'll come back with a fresh turn next time. Let me know what you guys think about what I mentioned, you know, back at the start regarding a playthrough of, God, I wish I could remember the name. I want to say it's like Ancient Empires or something like that, but it's, again, it's like Rome 2's setting, but brought to Attila, is essentially what the mod is. And I think it would be a lot of fun. So, do we do that separately? Do we do it in place of this? Do we do it after this? What do you guys think? Is it worth doing at all? Let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Total War Attila with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.